Look at these dinner rolls. Soft, buttery, and lighter than you can imagine. Just look at that. Doesn't it look like a cloud? They're made with just a few simple ingredients, and the best part, no kneading at all. Today's video, I'll show you exactly how to make these cloud soft golden dinner rolls right at home. Let's get started. You know, these rolls are truly effortless to make. No complicated hand kneading, no machine kneading at all. Just a simple lift and fold method. And the result? Perfectly soft, buttery rolls without any struggle. So first, let's get our yeast mixture ready. Now grab a medium-sized bowl and pour in the milk. This milk has been sitting at room temperature for a while, perfect for our recipe. Before starting, always bring cold ingredients, like milk and eggs, to room temperature. It makes a big difference in how your dough rises. Now add sugar, about 3 tablespoons. Now it's time for yeast. Today I'm using instant dry yeast, so there's no need for warm milk for yeast active. If you're using active dry yeast, always use warm milk to activate it. But be careful. If the milk is too hot, it can kill the yeast. So if that happens, let it cool a bit before adding. Remember, killing the yeast is a big no-no. Once you add the yeast, give everything a gentle stir. Give it a little mix until the sugar starts to dissolve. Now comes the milk powder. If you're using active dry yeast, first activate it completely. Then add milk powder later. But since we're using instant yeast, we can add it right away. Milk powder adds gentle sweetness and a rich milky flavor. It gives that extra buttery taste, even if no butter is added. That's why I always use it for homemade breads. Add the milk powder and whisk until it's well dissolved. Next, it's egg time. I'm using 2 medium-sized eggs, about 60 grams each. If you prefer an eggless version, just skip the eggs and replace them with the same amount of milk, about 120 grams total. That will keep the dough perfectly balanced. Now mix everything well until smooth and creamy, and keep it aside for a while. See, till now, nothing complicated at all. Just simple steps, smooth and easy. All right, let's get the flour ready. I'm using bread flour, but if you don't have it, no worries. You can easily use all-purpose flour instead. For this recipe, we'll need 800 grams, that's roughly 28.2 ounces. Sift the flour first. Sifting doesn't make a huge difference in texture, but it keeps the flour airy and helps remove any unwanted particles. Once sifting is done, add salt and give it a quick mix to combine everything evenly. So our yeast mixture and flour are ready. Now let's bring them together. Pour the liquid mixture into the flour and start combining everything slowly. At first it will feel a little sticky, a bit saggy, and that's completely fine. We're not kneading this dough, so it needs that extra moisture. If you prefer to knead by hand or with a mixer, that's perfectly fine too. But I like keeping things simple, no struggle, just easy and relaxing. You can see here, the dough looks sticky, right? We actually need this texture, slightly softer and a little sticky. That's what makes these rolls light and fluffy. Once everything is combined, now it's time to add butter. Here I'm using melted butter. It blends more easily into the dough. If you plan to knead the dough by hand or in a mixer, you can use soft room temperature butter instead. It'll help the dough look smoother while kneading. If your dough looks too firm or dry, add just a little more milk at a time to get that soft, hydrated texture. Now mix the butter until everything comes together into a soft dough. You don't need to knead, just grab the dough and gently fold it toward the center of the bowl. This lift and fold movement helps the dough develop gluten naturally. That's why the dough should always be a bit softer than normal, so it stretches easily and builds structure on its own. Once done, cover the bowl and let it rest for 1 hour. During this rest, the dough hydrates beautifully, becomes smoother, and will be much easier to handle later. After 1 hour, wet your hand slightly with water. Now start your first lift and fold again. Just grab the dough and fold. Repeat this a few times. This recipe needs slightly softer dough because we only use folding, no kneading. That's why hydration is key here. Once done, cover again and rest for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, come back and repeat the same method one more time. If the dough feels a little firm, just wet your fingers with a touch of water. It'll make folding easier. Now cover again and leave it for the final 30-minute rest. Once your dough has risen and looks airy, punch it down gently to release the air. Now divide the dough into equal pieces. I like using a kitchen scale here. It helps to keep all the rolls the same size so they look neat and bake evenly. Depending on your baking tray, divide and portion accordingly. Tighter rolls will give you fluffier, more uniform results. So take your time shaping. Don't flour the surface and use a clean countertop instead. You actually want a little stickiness. It helps create surface tension, giving the rolls a smooth, rounded top. And place them on a greased or parchment-lined baking tray. You can place them close together so they bake into each other, creating those soft, pull-apart rolls. Cover and let them proof again for 30 to 45 minutes, or until they're beautifully puffed up. While the rolls are proofing, preheat your oven to 170 degrees Celsius, 340 degrees Fahrenheit. Now make your egg wash. Combine 1 egg yolk with some milk and mix until smooth. Brush the tops gently. Be soft, not heavy-handed. You just want a thin, even coat. Look at that. Even before baking, the rolls already look glossy and beautiful. Now bake for 20 to 22 minutes until they're perfectly golden on top. Once baked, remove from the oven and let them cool slightly. While still warm, brush the tops with melted butter. This gives that beautiful shine and keeps the crust extra soft. And that's it. Your dinner rolls are ready to enjoy. Golden, buttery, and soft as clouds, all without kneading. These dinner rolls are perfect for any meal. I'm sure they'll be a hit at your home too. If you try this recipe, I'd love to see how yours turn out. Share your results in the comments. So, how was the recipe? I know you liked it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share it with your family and friends, and subscribe to the channel, and of course, hit that bell icon so you never miss a new recipe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.